What's up, wrestling fans? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the hottest topics in WWE right now. According to a former WWE writer, Triple H needs to disband a major faction, and the reason behind it might actually shock you. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on all notifications because we've got a lot to unpack here. Over the past year, WWE has seen some of the most dominant factions in company history, from the Bloodline continuing its dominance, to Judgment Day taking over Raw, and of course, Damage Control making their mark in the women's division. But recently, one ex-WWE writer made headlines by saying that one of these groups has completely lost its purpose, and that Triple H needs to pull the plug before it's too late. That writer? Vince Russo. Yes, the same Russo who once helped shape the Attitude Era, and also one of WWE's most controversial creative minds. During a recent interview, Russo didn't hold back. He said, "Triple H is letting this faction drag on without direction. When a group stops elevating its members and becomes predictable, it's time to end it." And according to him, that group is none other than the Judgment Day. Russo claimed that what once felt like a powerful, mysterious, and dominating faction has now turned into a weekly soap opera, where the same people are just trading wins and losses without any meaningful storyline development. He argued that the faction no longer feels threatening, and instead, it's actually holding back some of its biggest stars, especially Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. Let's rewind a bit. When Judgment Day first formed in 2022, they were one of the most interesting parts of WWE programming. Edge brought in a dark, supernatural vibe. Then when he was kicked out, Finn Balor stepped up as the leader, giving the group a whole new edge. Dominic Mysterio's heel turn became one of the most talked about moments of the year, and Rhea Ripley cemented herself as a top-tier star, arguably the most dominant woman in WWE today. But fast forward to late 2025, and things feel stale. The group has been involved in the same feuds for months. They fought Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and now Jey Uso, over and over again. There's no fresh direction, no big payoff, and no clear storyline for the future. Even worse, the internal drama between Rhea, Priest, and Dominic has started to feel repetitive. Fans are no longer shocked, they're just waiting for something new to happen. Russo's argument, and honestly he might have a point here, is that Triple H should end the faction before fans completely lose interest. Breaking up the Judgment Day could allow each member to evolve individually again. Rhea Ripley could return to being a dominant solo act, the unstoppable mommy of WWE, focused on her title reign and rivalries in the women's division. Damian Priest, as World Heavyweight Champion, could become a true singles main eventer, no longer needing to share the spotlight. Finn Balor could reinvent himself once again, maybe returning to his Prince persona or even turning face for the first time in years. And Dominic Mysterio, love him or hate him, could continue his growth as a heel, but with a new environment and storyline that pushes him further. Russo's main message was clear. Factions are meant to elevate talent, not trap them in repetitive storylines. Now, let's be fair. Triple H has been extremely patient and strategic with long-term storytelling. He's not the kind of booker to just break something apart for no reason. If Judgment Day were to end, it would likely happen in a dramatic, story-driven way, maybe during a major pay-per-view like Survivor Series or Royal Rumble. Imagine this. Priest turns on Finn after months of tension. Rhea chooses sides. Dominic tries to play peacemaker only to get caught in the middle, leading to one of the most emotional WWE moments of the year. That kind of breakup could actually elevate everyone involved, rather than simply writing the group off quietly. The WWE universe seems pretty divided on this. Some fans love the Judgment Day and say they're the backbone of Monday Night Raw. Others agree with Russo, arguing that the group has lost its spark and needs to evolve. One thing's for sure, if Triple H does pull the trigger on a breakup, it could completely reshape the landscape of WWE heading into 2026. Because when factions end in WWE, it often sparks something new. Think about it. When the Shield broke up, we got 3 main event stars. When Evolution ended, it created legends. And if Judgment Day ends soon, we could be seeing the next big era of individual greatness.